Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. I'm bringing to you another update in the Bryan Kohberger case. A couple of things that I want to share with you. One is a teaser from the Dateline episode that's going to be airing. They're actually teasing that they have exclusive information about the murder weapon, the DNA that's on that sheath, and maybe some information about the knife as well. And I think that's really interesting. There could be some clue pieces there. And then Court TV actually put something on their website where they're analyzing Bryan Kohberger's body language. And so I want to take a second and look at that with you guys. As we're doing that, I want to know in the comment section, if you don't mind, leave a comment if you think that Bryan Kohberger on his arraignment that's taking place on Monday will plead guilty or not guilty. I think he's going to plead not guilty, but at this point, anything is possible in this case. Here's that preview from Dateline.
I believe, personally, that he's a lurker looking through windows, surveilling, peeping.
Yeah, it's a very disturbing idea that a person would be a target and not be aware of it.
He's committed this crime numerous times in his mind.
These girls were best friends since 6th.
He said he's committed the crime numerous times. That's what they think.
grade. They had no idea what was about to happen.
I was just like, there's no way this is real. We just saw them.
You just feel sick.
Absolute, complete shock.
I miss him dearly. They don't wake up in the morning and go out and commit a crime like this.
At some point, the individual begins to experience intense fantasies of leveling the playing field.
What would the act of killing?
Leveling the playing field? What is he trying to level the playing field about? Tell me what you guys are thinking so far about this Dateline preview.
Then mean to him?
Revenge, complete dominance.
Why would taking a person's life be a form of possessing them?
It's the ultimate form of having control over where they are all the time.
Oh my, that's very dark.
The really frightening thing is that for an offender like that, the first kill is the day they become something in their own eyes.
Why do something that may wind up giving you away?
You'd have an individual that had such an egotistical drive, they would be incapable of controlling the desire to reach out into the world and say, haha,
Gotcha.
I did this. Gotcha. Exactly.
What I can tell you is we have an individual in custody.
This is State of Idaho versus Bryan Kohberger.
Kohberger is not convicted. He's an innocent man unless the state is able to prove otherwise.
If this individual is the right one, then he picked the wrong family.
Big time.
We're ready for this case.
I think that they think Bryan Kohberger is guilty. I said that extensively on our live stream yesterday. No need to rehash that. Here's this. I don't want to watch this full episode, but I do want to go over some of the episode from Vinny about the body language.
In public, where you would learn more of the evidence and witnesses would testify and be cross-examined, is not going to happen because the grand jury has indicted. And now we know that case will go to trial unless this defendant just pleads guilty to the charges, which we doubt. We doubt at this time. So Chanley Painter tonight takes us back to the scene of the crime, the investigation, to get a little more information about what we know about this accused killer the night of the murders.
The probable cause affidavit in the case against the accused killer of 4 University of Idaho students pieces together the movements of the suspect vehicle and coordinating cell phone location data beginning in the early morning hours of November 13th. At 2:42 a.m., the affidavit alleges that Bryan Kohberger's phone places him likely at his apartment on the WSU campus where he was a PhD student studying and teaching criminology. At 2:44 a.m., Kohberger's vehicle and cell phone are on the move. Police say his white Hyundai Elantra is spotted on WSU surveillance cameras traveling north on Nevada Street at Stadium Way. According to the affidavit, it was here in this area of the WSU campus where surveillance video and Kohberger's cell phone placed him here around 2:47 a.m. According to the affidavit, he spent
So essentially, not any information we don't know. Essentially, she's just saying, listen, they were able to track him down every single step of the way. So I want to fast forward to the part where they're talking about his body language.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I still can't get over the fact that when he's asked where you're going, we're going to get some Thai food. You've got, I think he's got Washington State plates at this point. He's from Pennsylvania and he's in Indiana. Okay, that aside, Janine, what'd you see? What'd you hear?
All right, let's start with what I heard this time. So we make sure we get it in because I have the gift of gab, as you know. The producers usually tell me to wrap it up. Basically, these LY words, be very careful of those. Basically, we don't give raises the first year. That indicates sometimes you make an exception and you do give raises. I want to be the exception. I call these the wiggle words, usually, typically, normally. And he says, basically, this is what we did. That indicates to me, this LY particular here, this adverb, that there's something else he was doing. He uses the word actually 3 times. Actually, Vinny compares 2 different things. Let me do a quick test with you, Vinny. Did you buy the red car or the blue truck? Actually, I bought the red car. What are the other thing I'm comparing it to? Did you buy the red car or the blue truck?
Blue car, there's 2 choices.
Right. So base this actually, is comparing 2 things. You buy the red car, the blue truck. I bought the red car. Actually, I bought the red car as opposed to the blue truck. When people throw in this actually where it doesn't belong, it's indicating he was really someplace else. Actually, what we were just doing was this. No, that's not what you were doing because we don't know. He's comparing it to something we don't know. If I was in law enforcement still, I would teach this officer to ask as opposed to what? Because he threw in that actually. Not only did he do it once, Vinny, and you at home, he said it 3 times. Normally, we can think there's an LY there. Normally, we can figure out what it is. Did you have fun at the party? Actually, I had a good time. Maybe they thought they weren't going to have a good time. But here, this is very suspicious. Now let's talk about body language. He's not breathing. Look at him. It's as if no air is coming into him. I'm even watching his throat. And this happens a lot with deception and high stress. People forget.
You guys think that he's not breathing?
Get to breathe. We do see the 3 whites of the eyes right here. And he does this move that I did see earlier and didn't get to talk about, which is this tongue protrusion. This tongue out, this jutting of the tongue. This is someone's got caught and they made a mistake or getting away with something or deep concentration. If you've ever threaded a needle, imagine threading a needle. You've got the eye of the needle in front of you. You've got the thread. You stick out your tongue. So we've got this deep concentration, or he thinks he's getting.
The only person I remember sticking out their tongue is Michael Jordan when he's about to score 27 points in the 4th quarter.
Getting away with something or he just got caught. A lot happening right here. The fact he's not even breathing and he's so stiff. Now looking away, I throw that away because he's on a busy road here. The everyday person is going to look to make sure that they're safe. So that behavior I'm going to ignore. But this lack of breathing, the wrinkled in the forehead right here is high stress. We didn't even see it in the first time, but we're seeing it here. And then, of course, this tongue protrusion. And the big one for me, the smoking gun is the word actually. I wrote it down and did my little 3 tick marks. This is huge. And these LY words, if you go back to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, she loved the LY word, right? So be careful of listening to people closely, what they're saying. If someone says, typically we can't give raises in the first year, you might be able to get yourself a raise. My name's Janine. Thanks for having me back.
That was fascinating. I didn't pick up on the actually thing. And the more she started talking, I'm like, actually, that word does compare. And I've never thought about it from that perspective. And the fact that old BK himself said that word 3 times is alarming. Is it an admission? Let me know in the comment section what you think. By the way, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We're totally crowdfunded. I want to encourage you, if you're able to support us through PayPal, which is Tyler Feller, Cash App, $Tyler Feller 22, or Venmo, which is at Tyler-Feller. And we'll be back soon.